Hi, and welcome back to FDIC 2012. We're here in the preliminary days with the Lifetime Achievement Award winner, Jack Murphy. Jack, what's it feel like to come out from behind the curtain after being behind the scenes at FDIC for the last 15 years? Now you're coming out from behind the curtain and accepting the Lifetime Achievement Award.
Well, first of all, you took me by surprise. I like working behind the scenes all the time and not used to the limelight like this, and trying to get an Oscar speech together real quick under 3 minutes is a challenge. But I appreciate it's just an honor to receive this award, particularly all the people who have come before me and the new people out there. To achieve something like this takes a long time in your career. I've been on the job 30 years.
That's why we call it Lifetime.
30 years doing this.
We don't have the New Guy Achievement Award.
But
we're trying.
But when you start out, you never think that in mind. You just think you want to do the job, the everyday job, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah. Well, you've certainly earned it, and you've been involved in education to the public. You've been involved in education to the fire service. You've been involved in code enforcement. You've been involved in really the evolution of our code process. You've been inside of all that for the last 30 years. What's the most dramatic change in the 35-plus years you've had in the fire service that you would pinpoint and say, boy, that was a sentinel moment?
I think, for me, for the codes, really working for us now, trying to get the suppression units to understand it a lot better, all the input that they're giving us now on the codes. For example, for the first time in the codes, we're going to be testing fire escapes every 5 years, just like we do standpipes. And in a lot of these urban areas, those are a challenge. Yeah. So that input coming from the fire service, while it's there, it still needs to be there more, and it gives us all the things that we're looking for to not make these lessons learned, but stay ahead of the curve.
And what advice would you have for some young guy who's out there watching, thinking, boy, someday I'd like to be memorialized, really? I mean, being memorialized with people like Frank Brannigan, Tom Brennan, Alan Brunacini. If you were going to give them one piece of advice, what would that be?
You know, you love what you do is the easiest thing, but keeping at it year after year is a challenge. The idea is that once you get into it, time went by so fast, Bob. I never thought that I attended all these committees and everything, once you put them all together. But the idea is that you have to have a voice, and once you get that voice and everything, make it work for you. Make it work for everybody else, because we got to leave things for the future.
Well, that's Jack Murphy, Lifetime Achievement Award winner for 2012. I'm Bobby Halton. It's FDIC 2012, and we'll see you in Indianapolis.